Students, now we are going to describe about the very important group or very important phylum of the plant kingdom, that is known as Pteridophyta. It is the third group of the kingdom Plantae. First was Algae, second was Bryophyta. The third was Pteridophyta. Keep in mind, most of the students get confused regarding the spelling, but their spelling will be from the P, that is Pteridophyta. Let us talk about the word meaning of Pteridophyta. Actually, it consists pteros and phyton. Listen carefully. Pteros means the feather-like structure. Feather means the wing-like structure, and that are found in almost in birds. But keep in mind, the pteros means the feather-like structure, feather or wings, and phyton means plants. Why feathers are related word with the Pteridophyta? This is because of the most popular, keep in mind, the most popular plants in this group, in this class of the plant kingdom is Dryopteris and Pteris. Both are two different plants that belong to the phylum Pteridophyta, and the leaf of Dryopteris are actually somehow the feather like. Listen carefully. How? So let we draw the structure of Dryopteris. That is the stem like structure, that is actually called as rhizome, from where the many root like structures appears, that is known as rhizoids, and then it bears the leaf like structure, that is single leaf like structure from a very aerial part. This aerial part is known as rachis. Keep in mind, that is known as the rachis. This portion that I have drawn in green color is actually the rachis, and from them the feather like structure, feather like leaf are actually arise. You can see in your local area this kinds of plants, that is the Dryopteris are common plants in our area, in area of UP, in area of north and east area of India. That is actually the structure of Dryopteris, and you can see that is feather like structure, that is actually the feather like structure. So let me label the structure. The aerial part you can see, that is actually the rachis. Rachis is the aerial part from where the leaf like structures appears, and actually rachis is covered by a hairy projection. That projection is known as the ramenta. It is the outer covering of rachis. It is outer covering of rachis, and that is actually the leaves. That is actually the leaf, and this leaf is bigger in size, that is called as megaphyllous leaf. And the very characteristic features of the kingdom, that is Pteridophyta, is having the specific leaf that is known as circinate leaf. That leaf is spring like structure, and that leaf is actually the circinate leaf, and that is early stage of leaf. That is actually the very specific structures, and may be asked in the competitive examination. The circinate leaf is found in Pteridophyta. The next is early leaf. Some of the leaf are actually early leaf are erect. That leaf are actually the persist leaf. It become this kinds of leaf, while the circinate leaf become first the persist leaf, then there the true leaves, that is the megaphyllous leaf. That is the early stage of leaf. That is the characteristic features of overall Pteridophyta. Now back to this one, that is called as rhizome, the stem like structure. It is underground part, and that one is the rhizoids. Keep in mind, that is actually the true roots and having true leaves and true stem because of having vascular bundle, but almost it is also as like the Bryophyta, there is the rhizoids, but in Bryophyta there was rhizome is absent. That is overall common structure of Dryopteris, keep in mind. That's why the group of this plant kingdom is known as Pteridophyta. Now back to the habitat of Pteridophyta. Habitat of Pteridophyta. The living place of organisms is known as habitat. Actually, Pteridophyta are common in the cool. It found in cool, damp and moist area. That is very common in also in Bryophyta, but it is Pteridophyta, and there is least water required at the time of fertilization. Not all time weather should be moist, and weather should be not all time near to the water source as like the Bryophyta. It is actually only for the cool, damp and moist area required, having little moistures required throughout the lifespan. And it found in all part of world. Keep in mind, it found in all part of world. And the basic features of this kinds of group, that is Pteridophyta, is they all are terrestrial. Keep in mind, they all are terrestrial, means they are totally land animal, and it was called as, so that are called first terrestrial animals, that is first terrestrial plants. The aquatic, that is algae, was actually the total aquatic. Bryophyta required some of their lifespan as aquatic and some of their terrestrial, but it is totally terrestrial or terrestrial plants. That is basic key features. Now back to the vegetative characters. Vegetative characters. Vegetative characters means how the body are formed, how the bodies are modified. Actually, the main plant of Pteridophyta body is sporophytic. Sporophytic. The main plant of Pteridophytes are actually the sporophytic in nature. What is sporophytic? They are actually diploid. The dominant phase is diploid. In case of Bryophyta, they was actually haploid. The dominant phase in Bryophyta was actually haploid. That means gametophytic. Now back to the second important characteristics of vegetation in the Pteridophyta. They found they are actually consist the vascular bundle, that is xylem and phloem. Vascular bundle. So they called sometime vascular cryptogams. Vascular cryptogams. Cryptogams means non-flowering plants. Now check the root, stem and leaves. Listen carefully. Root, stem and leaves of Pteridophyta. The roots are true roots and called as rhizoids. True roots means bears the xylem and phloem. Stems are actually true type, bears the xylem and phloem, and leaves are actually two types, the megaphyllous leaf and microphyllous leaf. Listen carefully. What is megaphyllous and microphyllous leaf? The leaves having bigger in size is known as megaphyllous leaf. As you have checked the leaves of Dryopteris is the megaphyllous leaf. बताया था अभी तुरंत, feather like structures था, तो इसमें लिख लो कॉपी में एग्जाम्पल. megaphyllous leaf में leaves of Dryopteris are actually the megaphyllous leaves, and leaves of Selaginella, leaves of Selaginella and leaves of Equisetum, leaves of Equisetum. Equisetum is commonly known as horse tail. Horse tail. It is the name of Bryophyta, and the leaves are Equisetum, and Selaginella is actually the microphyllous leaf. They are smaller in size. They are small and they are bigger in size. Keep in mind. Now back to the next, that is group of Pteridophyta. लिख लीजिए इसको पहले. Group of Pteridophyta. Group of Pteridophyte or class of Pteridophyta. Actually, the Pteridophyta has 4 different groups. The Psilopsida, Lycopsida, Sphenopsida and Pteropsida. Now back to the Coelopsida. Actually, Coelopsida are that is most of the species are actually the absent. That is, they are actually extinct because of having they are earlier pteridophytes, and the rare species are actually exist nowadays. The example of Coelopsida are the common species that are live. Mostly they are in form of fossils. The live species of Coelopsida is Coelotum. Coelotum. So one characteristic should require the Coelopsida, the Coelotum. That is, they are actually fossils form. Now back to the Lycopsida. Lycopsida are actually called as club moss. So don't forget to mention the club moss are actually group of Lycopsida, and they consist the true stem, true leaves and true roots, but having very small leaves are characteristic features of these groups. They are actually bears the microphyllous leaf, as I have mentioned, as I have described. An example of Coelopsida is Lycopodium. Example is Lycopodium and Selaginella. That is the example of Lycopodium. The characteristic features of Lycopodium is, suppose that this is the leaf of Selaginella, then at the tip of each Lycopodium there is the reproductive part developed. Later it will be described. That is known as strobili. Strobilus is the plural, singular, and strobili is the plural. The strobili is the reproductive part of Lycopodium. It also found in the Sphenopsida groups. Now back to the Sphenopsida. Actually, Sphenopsida. The Sphenopsida are actually the strobili producing plant. Strobili producing plant. As I have told you, what are the characteristic features of strobili? They are actually the cone-like structure and the reproductive part of Pteridophyta. And chief example of the Sphenopsida is Equisetum. इसको नदी वगैरह के किनारे देखा जा सकता है, ठीक है। और बेसिक इसका कैरेक्टरिस्टिक फीचर्स क्या होता है, नोड और इंटर नोड्स में इसकी बॉडी डिवाइड होती है इस तरह से। ये प्लांट्स है, प्लांट्स में छोटे छोटे ऐसे लीव्स होंगे, बहुत छोटा होगा, देखने में बहुत बड़ा मैंने बनाया है। तो ये जो प्लांट्स है, ये वाला पार्ट इसका क्या है, नोड, और ये क्या है, इंटर नोड। ये दो नोड और इंटर नोड में, और यहाँ पे कोन्स वगैरह डेवलप होते हैं, ठीक है। तो ये बहुत बेटर इसका एग्जाम्पल है, और इसका specific characteristic features are node and internode. Now back to the next, the Pteropsida. Pteropsida actually well developed pteridophytes. Well developed pteridophyte. And the diagram regarding the diopteries I have drawn in this video lecture was actually the that is Pteropsida. And all over the worldwide, they are actually the worldwide distributed, and they are common in your local area. And the structure of Pteridophyta, actually Pteropsida is actually over, and due to this group, the overall class of the plants of these plants is known as Pteridophyta. Example of Pteridophytes are Pteropsida are actually the Dryopteris, मार्सिलिया। देखो मार्सिलिया को भी आप लोकल एरिया में अपने देख सकते हैं, ऐसे 4 पत्ते होंगे इसके, 1 2 3 4, और ये नदी नाले के किनारे, नाले वगैरह के किनारे से ग्रो करता है। देखो एक होता है इस तरह से लीफ, वो एंजियोस्पर्म है, खट्टा खट्टा लगता है खाने में, ये नहीं होता है टेरिडोफाइटा, ये होता है टेरिडोफाइटा, ठीक है। और ये कौन सा टेरिडोफाइटा है, मार्सिलिया। और इसके अलावा क्या है, एडिएटम एंड टेरिस. These are the some example of Pteropsida. So in the next video lecture I will describe about the reproduction in Pteridophyta.